Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. Today is Friday. It is a warm up here in South Dakota. It got up to about 35 degrees. It is 2:30. I am way down south of Sioux Falls. Chester and I need to get him out. We went out a little bit yesterday. It was so gosh dang cold. He didn't last very long, but today it's about 35. It's nice. I'm going to go walk around a lake that I've never been to before. I've duck hunted kind of in the area, nothing close to here, within like a couple miles. I haven't even driven really by this lake before, so it's all new area. Just saw a ton of turkeys, but I'm gonna go walk this corner that's on the other side of the street from the lake. There's some standing corn that I see, and there's some pretty thick tree rows over here. After I get done walking this will probably only take about 30 minutes. I'm gonna go down and hit the lake. There's a bunch of cattails on the north side of the lake where the river comes into it, and Chessie and I are gonna give it a go. I saw a couple footprints in the snow. As you can tell, there's a little bit of snow still on the ground. It flurried a little bit this morning, so everything's gonna be nice and fresh for us. So I think we have a little bit of a breeze coming from the south, so I'm gonna try to be strategic about this, hopefully get that wind in Chester's face, and let's see if we can get some birds. All right, thanks guys. All right, so there's just this really little patch that I want to walk. We actually have a northern wind. So I'm parked here. I'm gonna go ahead, walk this tree row up and around, get through all that thicket stuff, see what happens. There just went two hens. Another hen. Another hen. There's a rooster down there, right along the fence. Rooster running. Dang, this stuff is thick. That rooster's in here. That stuff is so dang thick. Tracks. Oh, he's running in there. Oh, he just got him up. Took off that way. So I think he boogied across. I'm gonna go ahead and cross the road up here. There's a nice patch on the other side. Okay, out to the road. That stuff looks super thick, but on the other side of this, looks like a nice spot. So I definitely don't want to get too close to that ice. I don't know how thick that ice is. This looks really good, but being icy, I'm going to be very cautious, try to keep Chester up along here. I think we're going to head back to the truck and go down to the end of this. All right, so Chessie and I just drove about a half mile coming down through here. This is the end of that lake. I think we can kind of get in here a little bit. We're not going to get too deep into that because it just looks deep and thick and gnarly. But as I was pulling up, just beyond these signs right here, it's private. There was a rooster that came off the top of the hill and landed in this bush of trees. So I'm thinking that maybe there have been more that could have maybe made their way down at the bottom of the straw. So we're gonna kind of start just back in here and slowly work our way through there, see if we can. It looks thick, but the birds can be in there, so let's go. All right. Here we go. Just parked the truck right there. That rooster flew into that bush. I don't think he crossed, but we're gonna go down through here. Holy smokes. That one is still alive. That was a bunch of freaking birds. Shot high on that one. He definitely ran off. That would be tough. That was incredible. There were just so many birds right there. Oh shoot, he got that one. He got him. Good boy, Chester. Good boy. Come on. Come on. He got him. Dude, good job, Chess. Drop. Drop. Holy cow. Chessie, I can't believe you got him. He must have got his tail feathers. Holy cow. Young guy. Young bird. Rooster, baby. Good boy, Chester. All right, I can't believe he found that bird. That's amazing. All right, we're gonna continue up along here. Good, I don't feel bad. At least we got one out of there. Actually, I see quite a bit of ice right here. This isn't gonna be too thick. Let Chessie work. Be better on the other side. All right, so Chessie and I, we trudged through as much of that kind of as we could. It is really swampy down there, so it looks really good on the other side. I'm gonna see how close I can get. There's not a parking lot for, seems like at least another quarter mile down the way on the other side of the lake, but the road's kind of close to it. I wonder if there's any kind of access point up there. So we're gonna go drive over there real quick. All right, so my battery on my camera ended up dying. So we walked a little bit of that. It was way too far to get to the corn, so we ended up turning back, going back to the truck. There's this other little spot. There's this road, and then the James River is right over here. And there's this nice, thick patch of thicket. So we're gonna go ahead and just walk that. We got about 30 minutes left of shooting light, so let's go see. All right, doesn't look like anyone's been here. Oops. All right, well, we didn't have any luck over here. This looks a lot thicker from the road. Once you start walking through it, it's really not that thick. I didn't see any tracks. Got cornfields all around it, but it's just not very thick. So I don't know. Dang it. Thought it'd be a good roost for him. We got about 5 minutes till shooting light. So I think we're gonna head back home, cook up that pheasant. I said, let's make some fajitas out of it. So stick around, let's go cooking. All right, guys, so as promised, we're in the kitchen. We're gonna cook up some of these pheasants. So this is the pheasant that I got. It was actually yesterday, and then I had another pheasant that I had pulled out. So I got 2 breasts, 4 pieces. My favorite way of cooking these is making fajitas. So we making fajitas tonight. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting these breasts into some nice little strips. 2 good things about doing these little strips is if there's any BBs inside of that breast, you're gonna be able to feel them out and get them out of there. But just little 1/4-inch strips going across the grain. You could probably do it however you want, but this is how I do it. Go across the grain here, get these all slid up. All right, so after I got these all diced up, I'm just gonna set these aside for now. I've never tried this one before. It's the Simply Organic Fajita Mix. It's just like making chicken fajitas. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna dice up my onion first because I like getting that in the pan. I like cooking it with butter, and I'm gonna let that onion saute for a while. I like it when that onion sits and cooks for a while. So I'm gonna get this diced up. I'm gonna do a whole small yellow onion. I just like cutting the ends off. I don't mind having some bigger chunks of onion in there because they do wilt down quite a bit. So I'm just going to dice those up kind of in, 1/4-inch chunks. I do a half just like if you're doing an orange, and then just cut that baby down. About like that. There we go. All right, I'm gonna get my pan. Get my pan turned on. I'm gonna get some butter. I got some of this grass-fed Truly butter, Irish, natural creamy, imported from Ireland. Never had this before. My mom actually got this, so I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna put a nice, decent chunk in there. I do not saute. I don't put any spices in when I'm just doing the onion. So pretty healthy amount of butter. Pop that right in the pan. Throw this onion in there. I love onion. I love it cooked. And then I'm gonna go ahead and dice up the peppers. That's gonna take a while. It's not even hot yet, that's okay. Got my bell peppers. Just gonna kind of do the same thing with, just some strips of pepper. All right, so these onions are starting to soften up a little bit. Just gonna keep messing these guys around till they get real nice and wilted, nice and soft. Still got a few minutes on those guys. All right, ooh yeah, and a nice golden brown, a little crusty. Oh, I love the way that onions smell when you start cooking them. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and toss in my bell peppers. These guys are gonna go get nice and soft. And then I throw the pheasant in later because that pheasant, it cooks so quick. All right, the other key ingredients you're gonna need, obviously some tortillas. You can make your own, but I just do the store-bought. I get some shredded cheese and some good old sour cream. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just keep this super duper simple. It's just for me, so I'm gonna have a lot of meat in there and it's gonna be perfect. All right, so we are cooking. We are looking nice and greasy and yummy. Those onions are getting nice and brown. We are on medium heat. I'm gonna go ahead and toss in, no onion left behind. I'm gonna go ahead and toss in the pheasant. Okay, put that kind of mixed in there. I like that. I'm still just on medium heat. I might crank it down just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and add our seasoning in there. Get that nice dusting. I'm gonna use 3/4 of that pack. There's still a little bit in there. I'm not gonna use all of it because I don't want it to just completely overpower. One thing I like to do, whew, that seasoning is strong. Since we're cooking pheasant, I am going to get a little bit of water. I'm gonna get a little bit of water and just kind of do a little bit of that, just so it feels almost a little bit soupy. I know it's a little crazy, but trust me, that pheasant will dry out so quick, and I think it helps with the juices all kind of mend together. It kind of gets in the veggies a little bit better. And we're just gonna let that baby cook. I'm gonna keep from here on, I think from here on I'm gonna keep the lid off so that it kind of does its simmer thing. Kind of stew that down, and then it'll eventually kind of turn into a little bit more of a pasty kind of feel. But right now it's a little watery. That's okay. It's just gonna get better from here, I promise. Trust the process. All right, Giving it a good mixing. Oh yeah, she's getting a little bit more syrupy. You see that? A little bit more gelatinous to it. Oh yeah. We got about another, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 minutes on here. I'm gonna let that keep steaming. That pheasant's cooking real quick. Still on medium heat. Let that baby sit. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. All right, guys, I think we're getting done. You see how, I mean, it's still like a little bit soupy, but once this kind of cools off a little bit, that sauce just gets freaking amazing. That looks just like from your favorite Hispanic restaurant. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna turn the heat off. I'm gonna let this sit for just a second. I'm gonna get those tortillas in the microwave. Then I'm gonna get my cheese and sour cream, and we're eating some fajitas, baby. Let's go. Ooh yeah, hot tortillas. It's time. Let's make this up. So grab me some, make sure I got some pheasant, enough onion on there, onion and pepper. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. See, if you can tell that that waterness kind of, I'm not exactly sure what happens to it, but it just kind of goes away. So I'm just gonna, it's more of like a sauce that goes on there. Give me a little cheese on these guys. One thing I don't have, and I just thought about it, is a freaking avocado. That would have just concluded the whole thing. A little sour cream. Ooh, you know what else I forgot? Is some salsa. I got salsa around here somewhere. Yes. Don't forget the salsa. Little pico de gallo. Actually, this is just paste. Chunky salsa. There we go. Ooh yeah, you see that? That right there is a dream. This is my favorite way to eat pheasant. You guys should go ahead, give it a try. Make sure you like, subscribe. Oh my God. That is so good. You just got to make sure not to overcook that pheasant. Literally about 10 minutes cooking on there. That's it. Medium heat, not too hot. Let the spices, everything kind of do its job. So good. So anyways, hey guys, thanks a million for sticking around. Let me know if you want to see some more cooking episodes. I cook everything all different ways, from the crock pots to the Dutch ovens to the on the skillet and to the grill. Open fire every once in a while. So yeah, let me know if you want to see some more cooking videos. Chester's over here just begging like crazy. He's got a huge thing of drool coming down. He's hungry. I think I should give him one. He was a good boy. So anyways, hey guys, till next episode, we'll see ya.